So yeah, if you're wondering where I am, I'm over at Coolidge State Park in Plymouth, Vermont. We're at the Wheatstone lean-to, which is a remote lean-to. Got to hike in about 1/10 of a mile from where the vehicle is parked. So this is a Subaru trip, not a van trip. This is the first trip using that new cart I bought. Remember, I bought this cart, back in the midwinter, around February. And it's just been sitting in the yard since then, so this is the first time I've actually finally got to use it. So, yeah, I still bring way too much stuff. I tried my best to consolidate it down, but I wasn't sure what I was going to need and what I wasn't, so I had to make multiple trips down here to get all the stuff here. Alright, so I'm going to get this campsite set up. It's already getting kind of late, so I'm not going to try to film it or anything. I just want to get this thing set up here, so I'll show you what I've got here after it's all set up. So good morning, everybody. So I kind of got lazy last night, and after I got the camp set up, I didn't pull the camera back up and do any more video, so we're picking it up here in the morning instead. That's the problem with when I try to shoot video when I first come in. There's little bugs everywhere. God. Anyway, so I'm taking a different approach for coffee on this trip. So normally I would make myself a cup of coffee with lots of cream and lots of sugar in it. But that's more stuff I have to carry because I'm parked, right now I'm about 1/10 of a mile away from where my car is. And because of the animals and that, I really like to keep the food secured in the vehicle when I'm not using it. So, and since I got to bring an ice-filled cooler with me and everything else, I decided to try something a little different for this trip. So I picked up some Celestial Seasonings energy tea. This stuff's neat because it's got as much caffeine as a strong cup of coffee in. But I think it's like 95 milligrams of caffeine in one tea bag on average. And I like my tea without milk. It's just some sugar in it, so none of that requires the cooler or anything else, so I can just carry it down easily and make it up. So that's what we're going to do today. So yeah, these are neat. Let's get to some water heating first, which I'm just using Crystal Geyser. This stuff works fine for drinking water. 99 cents a bottle at Market Basket. Everything's so much smaller when I'm on tent camping mode here. Look at that, a little tiny kettle, single burner stove. Okay. Alright, water's heating, and yeah, this is the tiny bees here now. Tea bag, very quick, simple. And the cup there. As soon as the water's warm enough, we'll make some tea. Tea should be all nice and brewed by now. I'll get the tea bag out first. Stir it in there. It's got a bit of vanilla added to it too. It has a really nice taste to it. So it's a really strong tea, but it's got a little bit of vanilla in it. And with me, it's got a lot of the sweet stuff in it too. Maybe have a little touch of honey to add to it too. And that one's gone. There we go. This is going to be my coffee this morning. Alright. Alright, pick up here. Oh, that's good. That's good. Let me show you around the site a little bit what I have set up here. So, this is the fire pit here. It's a really cool old fireplace, probably made by the CCC. I got my table and that set up over here so I can just sit by the fire and have my meals. Stash of firewood that I bought up here. By the way, Vermont is now charging $9 a bundle. This is a surprise to me when I came in. It wasn't that much last month. $9 a bundle. You might want to consider bringing your own firewood in from a local source that's a lot cheaper. Got my hammock set up over here in the woods. My camping cart, which has done well on this trip. Needs some work, but it's doing okay. This is my bin of goodies here. This is basically my whole tent camping setup in a bin, at least for most of the supplies I need anyway. Cookware and that. Yeah, I brought my toilet. This is the tent I'm using, not that new tent that I got, because I like this tent inside of a lean-to. This is more or less my in the lean-to type tent. And it's kind of dark in here. Let me see. A little on the dark side, I know, but this one's good when I don't need privacy, but I have a lean-to. All my mess that I have, because I bring way too much stuff as usual. It's not a bad little setup. I did try to use my WolfLink system again, but it wasn't successful. I may give it another try this afternoon, I don't know. Try some different spots. It was seeing some signal, but it wasn't connecting to it. Now out this way is how you get to the outhouse. There is an outhouse here, but I prefer using my own toilet. I'm completely by myself here. Nearest person's probably about a mile away. So there's no worries about privacy or anything. Now this is also kind of an interesting thing here too. There's another campsite here. Obviously abandoned, not used or anything like that, but a campsite nevertheless. There's an old fire pit here. Really old. Probably unsafe to use, but almost makes me wonder if there's more campsites hidden out here in the woods someplace that have been abandoned. Like that one. Come up here though, this is where the outhouse is. And it really is an outhouse. It's exactly what it is, it's an outhouse. Classic, with the whole half moon symbol on it and everything. Which it's just a hole in the ground. But this is the interesting part, because it looks like this trail would have continued onward this way, but it's all overgrown here, which makes me that's why I wonder if there's more campsites up that way. If this trail would have actually gone someplace at some point in time. But a tree has fallen across it, obviously. It's all very overgrown with the newer trees and that. Young growth forest area here. But I almost wonder. But I'm not going to try to traverse that to find out, unfortunately. But yeah, this is the whole site. And I've got this whole place to myself. Nobody else down here at all. I'm going to go for a little bit of a walk. I want to show you this little setup I got going here. Solar panels. Got my 50 amp hour battery there and a couple of 20-watt solar panels hooked up to it. It's in the sun here, charging up. So, alright. I'm just going to go for a little walk. There's a lot of interesting dirt roads around here. I was thinking of driving them, but right now I want to go hiking one of them. Just want to see where it goes. I think I hiked it last time I was here a few years ago, but I stopped at a certain point. I didn't go all the way. I don't remember now. But let's go. Let's find out where the road takes us and see what we got going on around here. Probably nothing exciting. Probably just dirt road and lots of woods. Yeah, there's all kinds of interesting places to explore here. This is the road that goes back to the main road and the campground. That's one of the roads. That's another one of the roads. And that's where I'm parked. This is the parking spot for the little campsite down there. But this is the one where I'm going to explore today. Let's see what's up here. So you notice State Forest Highway. Road not plowed in winter, weight limit 1,200 pounds, so 12,000 pounds. Special use permit required for heavier weights and all commercial uses. Okay, so we're definitely in the Coolidge State Forest right now. Let's see what's up this way though. What kind of interesting findings are out here. Now this would be another area I'd like to explore, but again, that's the same problem I ran into last time I was here. It was just too overgrown. I really need to come back in like late fall if I want to explore this area, but apparently there's like a quarry or something up there. Some sort of a quarry. It'd be fun to go up and see it, but again, I'm not equipped for it, so too warm to dress up in multiple layers, and I don't feel like trying to pick all the ticks off of me and everything else, so gonna skip that one this time. Again, another road up to it. It was an interesting setup at one point in time, but I don't have the means to get up there, so I'll just continue on this way. So far it's just a lot of boring dirt road and trees, lots of trees and lots of mosquitoes too. Less mosquitoes where my campsite is than there is over here. Go figure. Must be a pond or something, swamp area or something up here nearby that they're coming out of. So I just passed by a bunch of houses and now I'm coming back into the state forest boundary again. ANR, Agency of Natural Resources. Okay. So now we're back in the state forest again. Imagine owning a house on a road like this. Here we are, the last house on the just at the edge of the state forest area. How nice that would be. Alright, let's keep going. Yeah, I think what it was the last time I came up this way is that about 3 years ago I was staying at that same remote campsite. But I was only here again for 2 nights and I wanted to do a whole big explore around the actual campground area. Shot a tour video and everything else, so did a lot of hiking that day already, because I hiked from my campsite all the way up to the top of the hill up there. It's over 1,000-foot elevation gain doing that. Plus explored the entire campground. I was wiped. So I probably didn't go up this road too far because I was pretty tired. But this time I'm going to go as far as I can on the road and see where it takes me. Now I'm back in the state forest. I want to see where it goes. Well, this is certainly different. Not sure why this section of the forest is different from the others. Guessing it must have been clear cut at one point in time. I don't know. It's just suddenly a mossy, wide, more open field right there versus the dense foliage on this side. And there's more of this type of woods over here too. Just a different forest over here. It's kind of interesting. Well, it looks like we've reached the end of the road here. It just stops rather suddenly. There's also a little tiny hint of cell phone service right here too. I'm actually picking up a bunch of my messages, but not enough that I can actually respond to any of them. But yeah, it looks like we've reached the end. There's a little side trail here. I just want to peek down here, but there's tons of bugs in this spot, so I'm not sticking around here very long. I just want to see where this goes. Seems to be a little extension road here. Okay, so apparently this area here is private property. That's what this little road is. Let's lead out of the forest area, but it's posted private property, so gotta turn around and head back. Alright, time to get out of all these bugs and head back to the campsite now. So that's it for this part of the adventure. Come back for the next one and I'll show you how I get the food out of the back of my Subaru and down to the campsite without having to lug the big heavy cooler down and without having to make a whole bunch of trips. But in the meantime, thank you for watching. Remember, slow down, enjoy life, and always be kind.